Good evening and welcome to What's New. I'm your host, Teddy Parham. Well, things are winding down and I'm so excited because there is somebody else running against Dwight Jones other than my girl Shirley. But Shirley gonna come in first place. Shirley, you don't come in first place. I got this for you, girl. But I'm excited, but that's just going to show you how these people in the registrar's office have been so crooked. They have been so illegal. They have gotten away with things that you would not believe, the things that people do to try to stay in control. As long as they have someone that they can put their foot down on their throat, they're all right. As long as these individuals in this government have somebody that they can beat and knock around and destroy their lives, that's good for them. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Did you see on the news last night where the old white judge, substitute judge, was growing $1 million worth of marijuana around his house? Well, kudos to the police officers that bust him. But the judge that sentenced him gave the sucker something like 2 years. I think it was 2 years community service and something else. They're not even going to get his sucker time. They should take that cracker and throw him in the back of the jail and he should never see daylight again. If that was somebody black, they would have probably took him out and hung him. These major drug dealers are the lawyers, are the judges. These have been the high-power paid crooks in our society. And I have to say congratulations to the police officers that had enough balls to go and arrest this sucker. Now, like I've been telling you all the time, this individual will probably not get but a couple of days if he get any. And he's got so much money, they are going to expunge his record and he'll come out smelling like a rose. There's something that we should be able to do to stop these individuals from coming back into office. Like Joe Marcy, for example. When you have been found guilty and you are a criminal, you need to be labeled felon like the rest of the people. You all can sit there and judge each other and destroy people's lives, but you guys never go down. You look like you squeaky clean, but I know you look like you've been in a pig pen and you weren't wrestling girls. Something needs to be done for these crooks in office. And people keep talking about the politicians, the dirty politicians. Well, I'm going to be a politician, but I'm not going to be bought out and I'm not going to have a boss. That's it. And I'm also going to request that as city council from now on, that they don't stand there and say a prayer, have a preacher to say a prayer while they're making fun of the God I serve. You all have never, ever, ever served the God that I serve, but you can stand up there and say, have a preacher to say a prayer, and it is so embarrassing. That's why so many people, when you ask for a prayer, they don't pray because you all are crooks. And your God is Satan. So we don't want to pray to Satan. So what I'm intend to do is have the prayer removed from city council meeting and just have a word of silence. That way I can't think about the evil things you all are thinking about doing to the citizens in the city of Richmond. But I have a lot to cover tonight. And first of all, I want you all to know that I have this little card here now. Get a pencil and some paper so you can write these things down. This is for wounded and homeless veterans. This guy has a farm. His name is Bill Bruce, and he wants to work with the veterans. He's like me. We can't give up on you guys. You guys fought for America. You fought for this country so that we all could be free. But nevertheless, you know that that will never happen because there are just too many evil individuals out there that doesn't want to live next door to a soul sister, soul brother, you know, or don't want to live next door to someone from Arabia because they are racist and they think that God only made them. But look, white is not right anymore. When I think about the scales of justice and the female holding the scales of justice, why are her eyes covered up? Because she knows justice is blind and there's no justice for poor people, but we shall multiply. We shall be the ones that inherit the earth, the meek, the poor, the hungry, because you guys are on your way out. So congratulations, Shirley Harvey, hang in there. We had, or she and Chris Dorsey had an emergency injunction filed the other day. So down at the registrar's office, you guys are going to count all of those signatures, and then you can put me on a ballot like you should have done the first time. You've been lying, you've been cheating, and you've been stealing. But now, Dwight, what do? What you say you're going to do? You think you're going to get out there and campaign? Well, sucker, you're not going to make it this time. We got too many people running and you're out and your administration is out. They may as well start looking for new jobs. You all have been, oh my God, you all have done so much to hurt the poor and the meek and the blind, the crippled, the crazy, the children, the women, the old men. You have deliberately, along with the dirty plan and social services, tried to kill these people. But remember, what goes around, come around. And I don't serve the same God that you all do. Now, for you all that know me, for over 30 articles had been written for me, by me, for the Voice newspaper. Now, Jack Green, for all these years, you've done 30 to 40 stories on me, front page, and then you hire me as a freelance writer, and you let Marlene Jones run the show. Now, my stories have been good all that time, and when you made her editor-in-chief or whatever you call her, nothing was good enough for her. I guess you should be frightened, Marlene, because eventually I would have taken your job. I know what's happening. I love people. I talk to the people. I hear what they're concerned about. I want to hear them. When I ride the bus, when the guy stole my car, Brian S. Fields, sucker, when you stole my car, that was the best thing you could have done for me, because now I get to sit on a bus, talk to the people, see them laugh, see some of them cry, but I guarantee you, you will not kill all of those people out. So for the story, one of the stories I did was on Highland Park. Highland Park, one of the city's most rundown neighborhoods. One of the city's most rundown neighborhoods is Highland Park, East Highland Park. Well, I have nearly 1,000 pictures to be shown. We didn't get to set it up here, but if you go to Teddy Parham Facebook, if you go to YouTube, just about Twitter, this is going to be the shot that was heard around the world. Dwight Jones, we putting all your business in the street because you came out shooting and you didn't care who you shot. You're in there with all of those corrupt policemen, and they're some of the biggest dummies I've ever seen. They never question anything. They just go right out and kill people. They never ask the question, why am I doing this to this person? Why? Because somebody ordered you to do something illegal and you don't even think for yourselves. You guys are dangerous. And I'm concerned about the ones at Ku Klux Klan, because the brothers and the sisters, like this black police officer female that loved to lock me up, looked like a man on steroids, but she was a female. Well, you did those dirty things to me for sharing smoot. I hope you crash and burn. I hope you lose control of your squad car and it's split right in half with you in it. That's to let you all know what a dirty thing you all have done. Carl Adams, you can join them with your lying, cheating self. It's just so many dirty police officers. I hope you all that have messed over me, tried to destroy me, but all I did was tell the truth. You just didn't want me to tell the truth, and it meant that much to you that you would be so brutal and lock me up and let these people destroy what I have. You can't destroy me. You didn't give it to me. You sure can't take it away. Now, this next article that was written for me and by me through the Voice newspaper was when the seniors, when Tyrone Curtis lost his job. Another crook gone. The FBI came in and worked with Mr. Dodd Ellis and myself, how you abuse these seniors in all of these high rises, how none of these buildings have ever been inspected by a city building code inspector ever. And that's why so many things are wrong with those buildings, and you all try to make it look like it's the seniors, it's the residents that are causing the problems. You all have caused a problem for these old people, and I pray that they will outlive you and outlive your grandparents or whomever you hold dear to you, because you certainly don't think any of the other citizens have anybody dear and close to them. So this is the article when they said some senior residents say Richmond Redevelopment and Housing has neglected senior high rises, and we prove that to be a fact. They have been using and abusing the seniors. All the money that's been allocated for the high rises to make them over and everything, you all have been stealing, and that's why 200 and some people were fired from Richmond Redevelopment and Housing. That's why Tyrone Curtis, with his corrupt self, instead of going to jail, he just resigned. African Akawanda, you should have flown back on the boat over to Africa. You'd have come here and lied, steal, and cheated your own people. You guys need to go down. This is an article I had written in Highland Park with this house on the corner of Brooklyn Park Boulevard and 4th Avenue. Taxation without representation. You know, now the houses over there, there are so many that are dilapidated. The Section 8 houses are falling to pieces. We got all the film. We got it all on film. It's going to be like the shot heard around the world. The city of Richmond is one of the biggest slumlords in the state of Virginia. That's why there are thousands of people statewide that are homeless and hungry, because you all were so nasty and greedy for finance that you put these people out of their homes illegally. You're trying to put me out of mine too, but I'm not going anywhere. I don't owe you 1 cent. And Carl and White, with your white self, and Dorothy Dane that actually looked like a Great Dane, you all played that dirty joke on me, trying to force me to move out of my house. May you crash and burn. Seriously, burn. You don't deserve to live. The dirty things you do to people that have done nothing to you, you are certainly Satan's servants, like Pastor Dwight Jones. So I pray that all of you dirty suckers go down when it happens. This is another article, Blitz to Fight Highland Park Blight. Highland Park is like a third world country. Ellen Robinson has been over there for 9 years, and the only thing positive I can say about Ellen Robinson in the 9 years was she brought Boaz and Ruth in there. And we had no idea that they were going to rape the black community. We had no idea that they were going to break the voting, the black voting strength down with that redistricting. Ellen, you worked with Joe Marcy. You did that thing. The black vote was powerful. You all watered the black vote down so it don't amount to a hill of beans. Well, I tell you what, at election time, girlfriend, I don't think you're going to get back in there. I'm believing my God that something awful will happen to you and I will replace you. And I want you to know I might sit at your desk, but I don't